It can go to the bloodlines, or it could also be a recreation of the giants. We're also going to have, in Revelation 9, all of those that are in the abyss released, and that's before the midpoint of the last 7 years. And so that's going to have the worst of the Rephaim and Nephilim spirits, and you're going to have the procreators coming out. And not all the angels are in the abyss. So as we get closer to the end time, they may reproduce more giants because they know their time is really short. And so you have all of these things sort of conflating together. And then right out of the opening of the abyss and before the midpoint of the last 7 years, you have these chimera-like creatures as part of the 200 million man war. And what's really odd about that is that this is talking about technology that they had in prehistory, where they created chimeras and all sorts of different kinds of creatures. And then you look at Joel 1 and 2, and if you look at, and this is before the Armageddon War in Joel 3, these creatures are described in Joel 1 and 2, and they're the same creatures that happen after the abyss, and one presumes they're connected to whatever comes out of the abyss. It's like there's been an oikotarian, a dwelling place for these giant spirits in this chimera clone type of body, because you need a spirit to operate it. And oikotarian means a dwelling place for the spirit, where habitation in Jude 1:6 comes from, or the house of heaven in 2 Corinthians 5:2. And it means a dwelling place for the spirit, which is what they create for their spiritual essence to be able to interact physically in the world. And one wonders whether or not, now I'm into the speculation part, are these creatures from our technology going to be the oikotarians for these demonic spirits that are going to fight in that battle? Because they're going to need a body. So you could have all sorts of variations. Now you look at, it's unfortunate that the New Testament isn't in Hebrew, it's in Greek, because you don't always get a direct connection. But there are cognate words in the New Testament that you can say, this is talking about the same thing as the Old Testament. A good example would be the time of trouble in Daniel 12. It starts in the last 3.5 years, and the time of Jacob's trouble is the Hebrew word sarah. That's the same equivalent for the Greek tribulation, or the Great Tribulation, that starts after the abomination in Matthew 24 and Mark 13, which is thlipsis, and it has the identical meaning. So you can make some of those connections.